also referred to as a crank pin. Okay? And remember, the crankshaft itself, everything that's in a straight line is a main bearing. Everything that's offset is a rod journal or a crank pin. Okay, camshaft, again, sort of like the crankshaft. You've got the mains, or the main bearings that actually, not main bearings, but the cam bearings that hold the cam in place. And then you have the lobes. The lobes are what actually actuates the valves, that opening and closing of the valves. The camshafts turn at half crankshaft speed. Okay. And normally you have two different camshafts. Intake cam and the exhaust cam. The lift on the intakes are going to be higher than the exhaust. Okay. The lobes themselves are going to be taller on your intakes, on your intake cam, as opposed to your exhaust cam. Right, the exhaust is actually easier to extract than it is because we're actually getting a push. We're pushing the exhaust out, so we actually don't have to raise the valve as much. But we're trying to achieve 100% volumetric efficiency, so we open that valve further and a little bit longer on the intake to draw in as much fuel air as we possibly can before we have to close it. Okay. So again, and we have to look at the lobes to make sure. Same thing we inspect on a crankshaft. Scars, scratches, wear, how the bearing's wearing. Everything, these are highly polished, so anything that has a dull sheen to it is a wear problem. It's either not getting lubricated properly, or the bearing surface itself is worn out from possibly dirt getting in there or some contaminant getting in there. Okay. Right. Another one is the cam drives. I think I went through this. Everything in the engine drives off the crankshaft. So the camshafts are driven by the crankshaft. By what method? Gear to gear. It has a chain, or it has a timing belt. And that one. Oh, I see. He messed this up. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Questions, answers. Everybody good? Understand? Something to study for tonight? Well, it's